Hey there. All right, gorgeous. Today I want to talk about trying something new. So often we get stuck in a rut and we're doing the same thing every day. We wake up, we have breakfast, we go to work, we come home, we have dinner, we may watch some TV, and when we go to bed and we get up and we do it all over again. And we get into this cycle of rinse and repeat, doing the exact same thing over and over again. And I want to challenge you to try something new. I want to challenge you to do things maybe a little differently today. To, take a different route to work. Brush your hair, or brush your teeth with the opposite hand. You know, if normally you have, I don't know, bowl of cereal for breakfast, make yourself some bacon and eggs. If you typically ride the bus and this is the particular way that you always take, maybe try something different, walk part of the way or go a different way. If you drive to work and you're stuck in traffic all the time, instead of sitting there listening to the news and getting all depressed about the shit that's going on in the world, listen to an audiobook. Listen to some great music that kind of pumps you up, that gets your blood flowing, that gets you into a better mood. Try a new creative outlet. If you're not, mm, I know I can hear so many of you out there going, I'm not creative. Everyone is creative. Just because you're not creative in the way that you think you're creative, everybody's like, oh, I've got to be an artist. I've got to be a musician. I've got to be an actor or all these creative, artistic ways of expressing ourselves. Yes, those are creative. Obviously, those are creative, but there are other ways to be creative. A carpenter is creative. A welder is creative. Somebody who writes beautiful poetry or writes, even if they're journaling, you're being creative. You're expressing yourself in a way that allows that muse to show up in your world. So try something new. And if you're not sure of whether you would really like to do it or not, take a quick class, go to a pottery class and say, okay, I want to try this. See if it's something I'd like to, buy a pottery wheel for the house. And if you get there and you start doing, you're like, yeah, no, that's not my thing. I've done that so many different things with so many different things because I like learning. No, let me rephrase. I love learning new things. I don't need to learn them to the level that other people may need to, like expert level. I just need to get to a degree where I understand it and I'm like, okay, I'm good. And sometimes some things it is an expert level. Other things it's like, no, I just need to know how it works or what's going on for me to be able to get to where it is that I'm satisfied. And that's fine. If you want to practice painting, and I know somebody's out there going, but I can't draw. I can't paint. I don't know what colors go together. Just breathe and just play. When you were a kid, you didn't think about whether you could draw or not. You didn't care what colors. You could have a purple sky and a yellow, I don't know, tree, whatever, yellow something. You didn't care. You just picked whatever color made you happy and you colored with it. So do that. Pretend like you're a child again and just try something that you've longed to do. Since you were a kid, I've always loved to be able to, whatever it may be, and go and try that something new. Doesn't mean you have to take it up and dive deep into it and learn everything there is about it. No, you can just try it and see if it's something that interests you. And then if it doesn't, move on. Try something else. Just so you know, this is water. I know it's in a beer bottle, but it's water. I don't drink beer. When you're trying a new thing, it could be, you know, learning a better way to communicate with your family. It could be something new that teaches you how to express yourself in a better way. Learning human design for myself is just wow. I can't express how much it's improved my understanding of myself and my understanding of those around me that I really care about. If I hadn't learned something new, if I hadn't been interested in that tangent that just popped up in my world, and I hadn't followed that and said, "What is this? This is really interesting. I want to know more about it." Then I wouldn't have learned what I've learned about myself and about those around me. So even when it's scary or it's unnerving to change, to do something different, to try something new, step outside that box. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take you like I said, it doesn't take you diving headlong into, you know, buying all the equipment for photography or buying all the tools that you need for painting, all the paints and the paintbrushes and the canvases and all that kind of stuff. You could spend a shit ton of money on any new endeavor, but you don't need to. Start by trying something different, reading a different book. Like you're all into fantasy and then you're going to go read something science based or like playing some particular video game. I don't know what do they call them, one shooter. I'm not a video game person, so whatever. Borderlands is my game. I do love Borderlands. But if you're, like a shooter game and you'd rather play something that's like what's that? Skyrim, whatever. I know these are older games, but that's fine. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Um those are 2 games that I've played that I actually enjoyed. So and they're very different. But if I hadn't tried the one, I wouldn't have figured out that I actually enjoy it. Like Borderlands, if I'd never tried it, I wouldn't have figured out that I actually like it. If I hadn't tried Skyrim, I wouldn't have figured out that I actually like it. I've tried other games and I'm like, not interested. If you're going to try something new, do something that's outside of what you normally would do. Ask your friends what their interests are, what their hobbies are. Try new music. My music genres are like all over the freaking place. I like all kinds of music because when I meet someone new, one of the first questions I ask them is, "What kind of music do you listen to?" And when someone says, "Oh, all kinds," I'm like, "No, be specific. What kinds? Like, give me artists, give me particular songs. If you can, I'm terrible with a song. I didn't mean to do that. Hit my microphone. I'm asking you about a particular music. I want to know songs so I can put it on my music list and try it out and see if I like it. And if I do, great. Then I can jump to other things. But if I'm not asking and I'm not exploring and I'm not making my way to new thoughts and ideas and ways of being, how's my world going to expand? It's not. It's going to stay constricted in this one little rut, little, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of what it is. And this little bound up, nothing new, nothing changes. And I understand that some people love that. There are people out there who don't like change. They don't like new things. But let me explain something. Change is inevitable. Our bodies change consistently, continuously for all of our lives. So you cannot escape change. And the sooner that you embrace it, the sooner that you start trying new things and expanding the way that you think, the way that you feel, the way that you see the world, the more opportunities that come to you. And the more other people will see you and say, "Now that's somebody that I really would love to get to know." Even if you're somebody who's an introvert and doesn't like to be around people, there's still somebody out there that you enjoy having a conversation with. And if you're not learning new things and you're constantly talking about the same thing over and over and over again ad nauseum, I don't know. I, that to me is not, that's not, that's not for me. That's all I can say. That's not for me. So, like I said, step outside that box, try something new, make a choice to do something with your life that's a little bit outside that normal, constricted, everyday routine. It can be something small. Wear a little pop of color. If you don't wear makeup, wear some lipstick. I don't wear makeup. I'm allergic to so much of it. It's like I don't even bother trying to find any that I'm not allergic to anymore. So it's like screw that shit. But I still like to, put on chapstick and it's fine. Try it. It doesn't have to be this huge, massive endeavor. It really doesn't. Just some small thing that gets you out of doing the same thing over and over and over again. If you come home and you sit down for dinner and you're watching TV, instead of watching TV, actually sit and enjoy your dinner. Taste the food. Is it nourishing? Is it flavorful? The people that you're with, have a conversation with them. Put your phones down and have a conversation. Try something new. All right? I'm going to challenge you to try just one small thing. And I would love for you to share it. Share down in the comments and tell me what's the one thing that you tried. All right? Remember, live life adventurously because it's the only way to live. I'll see you later. Bye.